Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of VGU Talks, and let's talk games. What game in particular this time around? Dead Island 2. And the sad news that has come out saying that the Dead Island 2 developers have parted ways with the publishers. Sad times. Let's have a look at this properly before I get my 2 cents in on this. So, basically what's happened is, Yager, the guys that are developing Dead Island 2, have split apart with Deep Silver, the publishers of the game, after something happened. It was unclear for a while as to why they split up. Many people were debating whether it was because Yager weren't doing as good a job as what Deep Silver wanted them to do. Many people even thought that Yager split apart from Deep Silver, saying, no, we can do better than what you want us to do. There was a little bit of a tirade going on and people thinking, is it this or is it that? Well, we now have an answer as to why they split, and it's because they had a difference in vision. Allow me to fill you in on what has happened here. So we have Timo Ullman, I am very sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, the managing director of Yager Developments, that said in a statement that the project fell out of alignment. He also said this: our team is made of the best creative minds and tech specialists who all share a common identity. The team worked with an enthusiasm to take Dead Island 2 to a new level of quality. However, Yager and Deep Silver's respective visions of the project fell out of alignment, which led to the decision that has been made. Now the thing is, this entire thing happening with Yager and Deep Silver not seeing eye to eye and having a fallout causing Dead Island 2's development to be halted, at least for now, it's kinda happened before, and allow me to give you a little bit of an insight to this. Go all the way back to the original Dead Island, which was developed by the guys that are now behind the fantastic zombie survival game Dying Light, and if you still haven't got it at this point on your PS4, Xbox One, or on PC, do yourself a favour and go get it. That game is by far beautiful and amazing. And when I got the chance to have a sit down and talk to Maciej Binkowski from the development team, who was the lead developer of Dying Light, I asked him a similar question around Dying Light and their partnership with Deep Silver and what was kind of restricting them. And he brought up during that interview that with Dying Light, and since they split ways with Deep Silver, they were allowed to do things they weren't allowed to do before. They were allowed to open the envelope a lot more, go down more the serious route, rather than the comedic Saints Row style humor route that Dead Island was going down. And it just makes me think whether Yager were going to aim down a similar route. When we saw the first trailer of Dead Island 2, it looked pretty promising. Yeah, it had a really good sense of humor behind it already, which was really nice because Dead Island 1 never really captured that humor. It always tried to balance out its serious tones with its funny tones, and because of that it became a worse game overall. Now with how they presented Dead Island 2, as well as how Dead Island 2 felt in development, because I got the chance to play it back in EGX of last year, the game felt and actually played really good. It felt a lot like the original Dead Island, which isn't a bad thing, because the original Dead Island's mechanics were good to an extent. They felt more refined, the controls felt much stronger, the humour, the brighter colours, and the presentation now was way more encapsulating of this more Saints Row style approach, what I was saying earlier. And it was clear that Yager did know where they were taking Dead Island 2. They knew they were going to be taking it down this more humorous route rather than the more serious route like we have had with Dying Light. And it was looking promising, so the fact that they've now had a difference in vision, and they've now split apart, makes me think that Yager strictly wanted to go down that humor route and encompass that as much as possible throughout, and whether Deep Silver still wanted that deep, serious storyline to it all. Of course, it's still up to question. We're not 100% sure whether that is the case or not, but I'm worried that that might be. Because after interviewing Binkowski and after looking at other articles about what's been happening with Deep Silver, and even some of Deep Silver's games that have come out in recent times, there's just been something not quite right. They haven't been up to that standard that we are used to now. Especially with Dead Island 1, Dead Island Riptide being so very lackluster. Especially Riptide, because that was just poor. So the big thing that I have now, does this mean that Dead Island 2 is dead and gone? Well, it's been proven by Deep Silver that no, they are going to continue development. They're going to either work on it in studio or we're going to find someone else to finish it all off, which is good. I hope it is finished off, but I hope it at least keeps the gameplay that I felt from EGX of last year, because that was really promising, really good, and was heading in a really good direction. As for Yager, I wish them luck in their future projects. Who knows, maybe they were going in a direction that Deep Silver wasn't comfortable with, and they might do what the guys behind Dying Light did, and they may go down their own route, find a publisher that is willing to just let them go all out, go nuts with their own vision, and just go for it. And if Yager are able to find someone that's capable of doing that, and if they're able to make their own spin on a zombie survival, or even their own spin on a survival game in general, not necessarily zombie survival, but a variation, let's say, it'll be good to see. I hope Yager get a chance to really show, or at least express what they wanted from the game in a title in the future. So ladies and gents, and now I'll open the floor to you guys. What do you think of Dead Island 2 and the split between Yager and Deep Silver? Do you think that Yager are going to move on to bigger and brighter things, or do you think Deep Silver are just very controlling, and do you think they need to let loose a little bit more with their publishing rights? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below, and I'll see you guys next time for another edition of VGU Talks.